I mean, I've been through so much before even my daughter passed away. Like, being homeless, been married before, like, been kicked out in the street, living in a hotel, man. It's like so much done happened to me. It's like, what else? So I just keep going. I knew there's a blessing in the madness. So eventually somebody hears my story and keep going.
So welcome back to Deafine Podcast. Every week we invite interested guests and we talk about defining moments and what defines them as an individual. Today I have my man Sean. What's going on, Sean?
What's happening?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming here because you're like, just by having this little conversation before we hit play, you're one of the busiest guys that I've met this far in Ocala. You got a lot going on, bro.
Most definitely 24/7. Like right now, I got
24/7, bro.
when I leave here.
I hear that, man. I hear that. Was it always like that for you? Have you always been like this busy guy trying to create, innovate, and do everything that you're doing right now?
Nah, I think over time it happened like that. I mean, I didn't see it. I just knew I wanted to be different.
Yeah, what you have going on is different. And before we get into that, like, give us a synopsis, a small detail of like who you are and where you came from.
All right. My name is Sean Lesense. I'm born and raised in Ocala, Horseshoe Circle. So I raised at. Been in school here at Westport, Howard Middle, War Highlands. I mean, I'm born, bred it here. Like, I'm born here.
Ocala, Mr. Ocala.
Yes, sir.
I hear that, man. So what was life like growing up, man? Because I've been here for 2 years and it's okay. But I've heard stories about before. Like, there was nothing here in Ocala. Ocala's not mentioned often.
Nah, you just got to make the best of it. It's not a lot of entertainment, not a lot of things to be enjoyed. You just got to, like I said, you got to make the best for it. Well, as a kid, I mean, growing up, we went to the alt. We call it, the auditorium. We just shortened the phrase for alt. I was never a basketball player. I played football a lot, MCYFL. So when the crew go out there to the alt, I usually sit in the stadium in the stands and be a spectator.
I hear that.
So I'd rather be in the kitchen. Like, that's just me. That's my thing.
Yes, yeah, that's crazy. So you always been a kitchen guy.
Yeah, every job I had, I tried. Landscaping couldn't do it. It's too hot out there.
Yeah.
I tried washing cars. I ain't with all that. But kitchen came natural. It's a more of I can show you who I am. Like, it
passion.
Speaks. Yeah, and I like to create. I like to illustrate and show you what I can do.
Yeah, you treat it like art. So for those who's listening or watching, this is like a renowned chef. He's like he said, he's always been passionate in cooking. Right? You went to school, culinary school.
I went to Cordon Bleu out there in Orlando.
Okay, and then from having your back against the wall, you created something that hasn't been done here in Ocala or in many places. So you have a brand, you're the CEO, you're the visionary, you're everything, the marketer, everything in a huge conglomerate business, right? And it's growing. Like, your vision, we spoke about it, and it is crazy. So speak about J. Marie Brands. What is J. Marie Brands and how did it come into fruition?
J. Marie Brands, but to give you the backstory, J. Marie Cheesecakes was the actual name.
Okay.
J. Marie Brands came along through it. I wanted to be like Walmart, have a mother company and stuff like that, but it's basically named after my daughter, Joella. Her mother, her previous relationship, she wanted to keep the first J. L is my grandmother name. So everything is tradition, everything is based where it's a lot of traditional things into it. So I shortened the phrase for J. Marie just to put it into her name to give it more meaning. And this is who I'm doing it for. Right. So it shows a lot of character. It shows what I wanted to present to the world, and why I do what I do.
Right. So originally started from cheesecakes, right? You make the most bomb cheesecakes. Yeah. The marketing is outrageous. You got a lot of attention right now.
Most definitely.
But so how you always wanted to be in the kitchen? You became a chef. You became a chef manager, kitchen manager.
Yeah, I started. It's like every position I had, I always move up the ranks. But
okay, boy, I see you.
Hey, I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't. After my chef always, Sean Kelly, almost told me. He said, if you stay in a position after 6 months, like, what are you doing it for? So every time I try to just go for the
Right,
sky's the limit.
So that mindset was instilled in you. Like if you're gonna do something, do it to your best ability, so you can move up.
Yeah, even from a young age. Like I didn't want to be the average Joe, and no disrespect to the average guy, but that's not me. That's not where I wanted to be. I know how I want to live my life, so I always go 110. And if I didn't, maybe I just ain't feeling it right then and there. I'm human, but pretty much everything that I do is 110%.
Right. Wow. So talk about like that transition from being, from working in the kitchen, right, working for someone else, to starting J. Marie Cheesecakes.
It's more of a restraint. Like you can't do, even though you're a chef and you get to do and create, you basically not, because they tell you what to do and how to cook. I couldn't live by that rules. Like my sous chef even told me one day, he was like, you can't box my creativity in, because you have to create. You have to. There's no way you're going to call yourself a chef and you ain't being creative to the best of your ability. That's just dumb. So in these kitchens, I was not able to express how I wanted to cook. And being me, it's like I'm stubborn. You ain't finna tell me what I ain't gonna do. And most jobs I got fired from. My mother always told me, but don't go in that job telling them folks what you ain't gonna do. Most likely in 2 or 3 months, Mom, I got fired. Why? Hey, I told her I wasn't doing that. Like, I want to cook. Like, you tripping. So, I kept working at kitchen manager. The last job I had was a sous chef position, and it wasn't. Even though I created the menu, I wasn't given the title. Like I put in, like every job that I had, I showed my potential of I can be chef material. But the fact that I wasn't given the title and I wanted to ask for something in return, like I'd get fired. I didn't like that. And that came from when I was just a tadpole, just a small guy. Like when I was at LaCona Blue, I got my first job at Marriott, World Center. And it was so hard to get a job there because I didn't have no experience. We literally walked around the whole hotel. And that's, if you go to Orlando, it's a Marriott World Center. It's the biggest hotel in Orlando.
Yeah.
We walked around the whole like the hotel and trying to figure out if they're going to hire me or not. Just because I ain't had no experience. From then, I had to prove myself. And it kind of stuck with me like to today. I still have to prove myself. And that kind of led to J. Marie Cheesecake. I'm still trying to prove that I'm the best creator there is dealing with these cheesecakes. Do I consider myself the great? Yeah, I'm entitled to believe that. Like they call me the cheesecake guy. Hey, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either you gonna come out the bag
or
or go home. Like
right.
I be peeping everybody doing their cheesecake. That's fine. There's no hate. But you better lace your sneakers up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too. So you have a crazy variety of cheesecakes.
Yeah.
You super creative. You're super talented within that. So what I'm originally trying to ask is like, what made it go from like cooking in the kitchen to starting your own brand? Because there's a mindset there, right? There's a mindset shift there. And oftentimes when we come on this podcast, I want to give value to other people, right? You became a chef. You went through some shit too, though. Like, let's keep it real. It wasn't always, dandy and cool. So, what was that? Where did you come up with the idea to create cheesecakes and kind of do it on your own?
The stress level of the kitchen. If you haven't worked in the kitchen, it's a different world back there.
Bro, I worked in the kitchen once. When I was 16 years old, Church's Chicken, and I immediately knew right then and there that I didn't want to work in the kitchen.
It's a different language. You gotta walk the walk. I mean, people cussing at you for no reason.
Yeah,
bro. It's
I was in the hood too, bro.
Listen, I went bald. It was so stressful.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Mental health and stuff like that. I don't like stress.
Yeah.
I don't like putting myself in there. I don't like the feeling when I snap on you. It's a whole demeanor. You in the kitchen with me, like you ain't doing your job, bro. You getting cussed out, buddy.
Right.
I ain't with that.
Yeah.
So I want to change that. I want to give myself a healing point to where I'm not stressed all the time. Dealing with cheesecake is my thing. Like I don't think about anything outside the kitchen.
I hear that. But I'm still that mindset. I still want to know.
So, when she passed away, I wanted to name it after her. And like any other relationship, your
daughter.
Yeah, and after she passed away, I was single dad at the time, and I'm back to square one. I mean, we unsplit, we moved on. I needed to make some money. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me think of a idea. I like baking. It was a hobby at the time, so I started pound cakes and sweet potato pies. And they was selling. They weren't selling like that because everybody in the hood was doing that. Everybody was making pound cake and sweet potato. So I'm like, yo, let me figure out something. I came across a recipe. Take me a year to tweak it. And then boom, J. Marie Cheesecake turned into J. Marie Brands. Started dominating, bro.
Duh, that's crazy. How long you been doing that for?
Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you first started, you just took it, popped out the gate?
Nah, it took time. You really got to do your legwork. And it's a lot of promotion, you don't get your returns. Like right now, I don't even see the returns. I'm just now seeing like a little bit of money. But from then to now, it's a lot of money going to be lost in like a lot of don't knows and how to's. Like I didn't have nobody guiding me and showing me how to do this, how to separate business and personal, how to get an EIN number, how to do the Duns and Bradstreet, how to do that. Like nobody told me that. This is like I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't coming from a business background family. We was taught to survive. That got enough for me. I didn't want to survive. I want to live. I want to go, like, I want to live. Like, I want to go get the car I want. I don't want to go get the shoes that I got. Like, my Jordans on my feet right now. These slip resistant, bro. So,
You're in grind mode. I think your persistence, losing your daughter, you told me you were dealing with financial troubles.
Yeah. That's a huge thing, too. And if you don't have that backing as capital, like, it was like I had relationships told me, oh, don't do this. No, man.
People in your ear telling you.
Yeah, man, I used to rob Peter to pay Paul, bro.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Bills wasn't getting paid in my house. When I had to do cheesecakes, and I tell everybody, like, it was a hard grind. It was just me at the time. My son went to my mom to help me out with the business because it started booming, but it's...
So how does that feel? You have a business. You want to create this whole empire for yourself. You got the business, but there's no return from that. Would you ever discourage, like, or question yourself, like, maybe I'm doing something wrong? Maybe this business is not for me. Like, I have something, but there's no money in it.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what keeps you going?
The end goal. I see the light at the tunnel. I know what I want, and it's not going wrong one building in a day. So I know if I lay the foundation, that's with the distribution streamlining. I know if I keep doing what I'm doing now, that's going to be a huge return for me in the long run. Suck it up now and get the reward later.
Yeah.
I'd rather be broke now. So when I get age 35, 40, I'm happy. I'll be set. I see the fruits. All my kids can be taken care of. That's what people don't understand. That's what relationships don't understand. So I had to walk away from relationships to explain to them, hey, you ain't gonna get this money. Either you're gonna put me on child support or something like that. And and it's crazy because I told my mom, I said, hey, I'm gonna go in business for myself. She's like, all right, cool, just send me what you can. She said, I'm rooting for you. If I need something, just give it to me, la da da da. Mother, daughter's mom. Hey, say, that's fine. You need my help, come get me. And then you got the one. No, you doing this. Da, 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 da. I was like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. Now, dealing with court with that one.
Right.
Nobody, you got to be able to believe in yourself before they do. I knew for a fact what it's going to cost me. It took me a lot. Does it weighs on me? Yeah. Not seeing my son every day? Yeah, it weighs on me. Not be able to see my oldest daughter? Yeah. Got court involved. It weighs on me heavy. Like, you sit, like, honestly, I sat at the table when I wanted to give it all up just to be with them. But I know if I give it all up, I ain't going to have nothing. I can't live like that. And people look at me weird, like, oh, you won't invest in your kids. I'm investing my kids my way. Understand that. It may not be the way you want, but it's the way that I need, because my mother never left me anything. My dad didn't leave me anything. So why would I have to be happy-go-lucky, and just say, hey, that's what it is. And what people don't understand is, before my grandmother passed, right? I haven't, I told my mother this, but I haven't told everybody else this, but she only had, I want to say $1,500 to give to her grandkids. I mean, to her, my uncles and aunties and stuff like that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to leave them just what I have in my bank account. Like, I want them, hey, your first job gonna be with me. It's gonna be ruthless, like, cause I'm anal about certain stuff. Like, you gonna get that hard training, but I can't do that. I can't see myself living a life not giving them anything.
Yo, I love that, man. And what you said about making those sacrifices, I firmly believe if you don't pay the price now, you pay the price later. But somewhere you're gonna pay the price. Do what's hard now, so life can be easy later.
Yeah.
Or do what's easy now, and life is gonna be harder later. I'm a firm believer in that. My son is 16 years old. He's been working for a whole year. Like, and I'm just like you, ruthless.
Yeah, man.
But you got to get it. And my whole thing is like, yo, I'm willing to sacrifice now because I already spent so much time not doing shit that's been gone and I would never get back, that if I do it now, 5, 10, 15 years along the line, something's going to hit, right? And then I'm able to leave that generational wealth is what you're talking about,
huge.
right?
That's big for me because my son's getting of age. He understands. I call him. I'm like, he was like, "What you doing? Making cheesecake?" I was like, "Yeah." He don't eat it though. I don't know why though. But
He don't.
Nah, but my youngest daughter should tear that thing up. But it's one of the things that I gotta do. Like, I want to go get the nice shoes. Yeah, I want to get this. No, I go to Walmart, go get a $6 shirt.
Yeah.
And these pants right here last me a good year. Like, I wear out these shoes, $20.
That's the mindset, though. That's the mindset you gotta have, man. Look at these billionaires. They're not spending money on clothes. They trying to change the world. They too worried about that. And with you, you're trying to change your whole family's trajectory.
Yeah, man,
right. You want to make sure your goods is your kids are good in the future. You got to make those sacrifices.
And it's hard too, because I wasn't willing to give it all up. Go give me a 9 to 5 and go home.
Do you see yourself ever going to get in a 9 to 5? I mean, you built such a huge brand, and I want to emphasize on that, because we say, you know, for the people that's watching or listening, they may not know you. It's like, yo, this guy's just selling cheesecakes. Nah, bro, you selling hundreds of pies of cheesecakes. You got local connections. You got people businesses that wholesale your products.
Correct.
Right? And you're a one-man army.
Yeah. And
that's why I ask those specific questions, because I know what it is. I'm kind of in the same boat, and it sucks that the people that you're around that you want to come with you may not have the same vision or don't have the same work ethic. Man, if you want something different, you really got to do something different, bro.
Exactly. It's like I extended the door open. I'm not gonna ask you twice. I asked you one time, and if you with all that, nah, you good, bro. Stay over there.
Yeah, you're ready. Once you do that, they already closed that door.
Yeah, and it's like, until God provide help for me, I'd rather just do it on my own. Yeah, it's difficult, and I get forgetful, but I know for a fact I know me. I know it's gonna get done.
Right. Are you infatuated with like the presence of like social media and how much clout your cheesecake gets?
Nah,
because the reason I asked that, because most people become emotionally attached to their business.
Yeah.
Right? If they don't see the outcome right away, they give up. You've been doing this for 5 years, and it's just taken off of you. Right. And the way I've met you is just seeing people like your stuff, and I like your some of your stuff when I first moved over here, and I'm like, yo, this guy is really doing it. And I promise you, I thought you owned like a huge building downtown, and you still getting it out the trap.
Yeah, man. It's time that I giving up. I gave up. I made a post say, hey, I ain't doing this no more. But I'm blessed and fortunate enough to get these phone calls from Dominique and different people to say, hey, bro, don't do that.
Shout out to them.
So I made different, phone, like, damn, I lost my train of thought that quick.
You lost what, interest?
No, yeah, I lost interest. I lost different visions, money, everything. Like,
you was losing a lot. When that point is you're losing more than you're gaining, you start to question it. But you got to look at the bigger picture, and that's what you've been doing lately. That's what kept you persistent. Because even, we were speaking a little about, you got into a partnership.
Yeah.
And even recently, you was going through trials and tribulations, even after the fact of going through 5 years of like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. So yes, it's passion. Yes, is you want to change the trajectory. But what is the trajectory for J. Marie Brands?
It's be a household name. To be, I want to say bigger. I just know it's gonna be a household name. I I wanted for people going to Walmart and going to Publix and they see my product sitting in the freezer or the refrigerated area. That's why I said global. May not be global, but I wanted to go through the states. So.
Yeah, why not global?
Yeah.
Take that shit global, man. You can. You can. You just got to get the right people around you.
Exactly, and that's been a challenge. You know, luckily I got Reggie over there at Mr. Mobile. He helps me with my contracts. I got a few people who's in my circle. It's a very small circle. Like after that partnership deal, I don't trust nobody.
Well, what happened with that?
Well, I ended up signing a partnership deal and didn't have nobody look over the contract. So that contract is, at the time I wasn't in my right mind. I just came off Thanksgiving and stuff like that.
It sounds like you trying to get it like in the hip hop industry, and you still in the hood. Man. You ain't got no money. You trying to get your advance right away, and you know they offer this contract, and you don't know nothing about. You sign this contract, you sign your life away, you get a couple of pennies, and then
it's when I realized I'm like, we ain't going nowhere. It was momentum, but we wasn't doing nothing. So after year one, I said, okay, it's time. Like, if you gonna get that position where you gonna control the money, you gonna figure out how to get at these buildings and stuff like that, year two, we should be set. So when it's time to talk about, hey, we should have enough money to go get a building. Oh, we don't have none. We need to revamp the plan and we need to sell more. Sell more? I'm the one marketing. I'm the one that's going out there getting the people. I'm doing all this. And you say I don't work twice. That's with anything. I don't go around twice. I don't double back. So you mean to tell me I gotta do all this over again? No, I'm sorry. So that's already a ticking bomb. Number two, nobody cares the passion I carry. So you can't tell me. I knew what they was doing with the product. So you cannot keep the same passion as me. I would never find another body as me to say you love. You just wanted the money. That's what it was. So by me being that, and I didn't think about it, I didn't think 2 cents because I thought they was gonna help me, and it is what it is. But
yeah, that's a sticky situation, bro. That. But you keep doing your thing, man, and I'm glad. That's a learning experience, bro. I take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's even when that happened, I learned a valuable lesson. That's when I started taking things seriously. I took it seriously, but when that happened,
but there's so many intricacies in business. You were taking the passion, like creating the best content, putting out the best quality cheesecake, creating new structures and models of how you promote that. But also there's the business side. And that side you wasn't too savvy on.
Nah, because I don't know anything about business, man. I had to Google some stuff. I had to Google contracts. Last year, I just understood what intellectual property was. Like, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand you had to have a permit to do this and you couldn't do it out of your house. I didn't understand that. People was like, oh, you do know. No, I didn't know. I didn't know about you had to pay taxes on. I just don't know. I graduated high school with a 1.5. Doesn't mean I'm slow. It just, I didn't want to do the work. I went to school just to see the ladies.
You wanted to turn up?
Yeah, like I was hard headed, bro. Like I was. So
that's how you was when you was younger. You just wanted to have fun. You loved to be in the kitchen. Was you a simple kid?
No, I get my mom problems.
Yeah.
I got suspended, getting in fights. Coaches telling me, Sean, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like I was a running back at Westport, and MCYFL, and as soon as they hear on that radio, oh, we got to fight. They
already knew.
Yeah, Coach Swift already knew it was me. He came and got some cheesecakes from me the other day. He was like, man, I'm proud of you. He was like, I know you still, he said, you had a temper. I was like, I still got it. I just learned how to control it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I still got to go out the bag on folks.
I hear that.
But yeah, I was pure hell, man.
So you were raised in the hood.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
what did you have a hood mentality?
Nah, because I was never a street dude. Like, I was never into smoking. I was never into drinking. I'd be around them, but it was never my thing.
Yeah. Your thing is the kitchen. Like you.
Yeah, I was a homebody. Like I'll come out, I'll play, stuff like that. But as I got older, I stayed inside more.
Right.
Yeah, so I was never out there ripping, running the streets like my brothers. They was cool with that, but
yeah.
If it wasn't bringing me money, like they playing basketball, bro, I'm in the yard cutting grass, getting $10.
So you always been somewhat of an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
The guy that's been wanting to make money.
Seriously, we used to. So Sean Cox, his fam was they had a watermelon field. They used to work the watermelon field, right? So what we'll do is every morning we had to beg our dad to get up early and go to the watermelon field. He was like, all right, cool. So we went to the watermelon field, did watermelon all day. Only got paid $30. My brothers quit, but
yeah,
I came back. Even though it was $30, but I had money in my pockets to buy my school clothes.
Yeah.
My dad used to work at the chef department. He gave us $2 a day for lunch going to Howard. I was starved just to have $10 at the end of the week.
For real?
Yeah, bro. I wait till I get home to eat. I stay.
Yeah, that is
$2, but I wait. Shoot.
That's crazy.
By Saturday, I had $10. They was broke, not me.
Yeah.
But I always knew how to cook though, because I never depended on anybody to do anything, whether it's cooking, whether it's nothing. Like
we took matters into your own hands.
Yeah.
Yo, that is dope. Was life? Is life fun right now? Is it super boring because everything that you got going on, or is it still exciting?
It's a roller coaster. It's exciting when I'm doing cheesecakes, but overall, it's
you doing hundreds?
Yeah.
A week, a day?
In a week. A week. I would say I would do anywhere from I could say anywhere from 600 a week. And that's dealing, if you combine the slices into wholes, could be 600. Now, if I got an event in Gainesville and Ocala, then we're looking like at 7 or 8. Yeah.
And you chefing up everything yourself. Do you have a foundation that makes it easier for you to do all these at once?
You just gotta know your business. You gotta know how to handle whatever oven you use. I used to teach classes, and I tell them, if you got this oven, put another extra rack. You can knock out 6 at a time.
Okay.
If you got a commercial oven, do it this. You could do 12. Yeah.
That is crazy. And I've seen maybe like a year ago, you were teaching people. Like you have courses and stuff like that. Yeah. A lot of people emulating what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
I have a business here in Ocala, and people take my pictures and my promotions and stuff like that, and they use it as their own.
So the first time I did Cheesecake, a guy, he was a good client of mine, and he used to order a lot. And I ain't never put 2 cents together. Every week, boom, let me get $300. Boom, next week, $300. That's how I knew when it was making money. But go back to my story. It's some girl, a friend of mine, she texted me. She said, hey, do you know this guy? He's in Orlando selling cheesecakes at the strip club. And I was like, yeah. So I texted him, I said, bro, like, we come from the same school of Cordon Bleu. Why are you taking my product and saying it is yours? Like, they would crop it out, put their logo on it, knowing that it's...
Whoa.
Yeah, bro. And recently for Thanksgiving, it was like that too. She wasn't doing it as mine, but she'll take my picture and say it's hers.
Yeah, that's.
And I always tell, be creative, like do your own thing.
People would never get to that level that you're at because of that. You have to have that creativity. You have to be willing to put in the work.
That's why I stay ahead of the game. So before you even think about doing that, I already did something to change the mind frame of everybody. So if you doing, say you're doing a blueberry cheesecake, I might do something next week. So I study, like I really sit on Facebook and I kind of study what everybody's doing. If I know you're doing that, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make it even better. So it's a dog eat dog world.
Yeah.
So
is it a cutthroat industry that you're in?
If you allow it to be, but I don't see no competition. I ain't no hate towards anybody doing anything.
No competition over here, boy.
But you just gotta lace up, because if you're doing this, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go hard. I still got stuff in the vault that I ain't even put out yet. But if they make me mad, I'm like, all right. Hey, I did it plenty of times. Yeah. They made me mad once. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, put it on there. I got viral. Don't play with me.
That's crazy, bro. You getting so much engagement on Facebook.
Yeah, and that's the reason I'm still, recently hiring for Facebook, like somebody to interact, because I can't do it all.
Yeah, that's difficult. I'm in that situation where like I'm doing the marketing, doing the work, doing everything, and it's super difficult, man. Yeah. But it's a mindset thing too, man. I'm really intrigued by learning new things, and I love like just being in the field and getting shit done, right? Like if you know yourself and who you are and you're willing to work hard enough, eventually you're gonna get all the things you want. You just have to have that belief system. Like I'm a firm believer on the law of attracting things into your life.
Yeah.
right? We all like magnets. We all have this certain energy that we can put out, right? But if you have that slight thing of doubt, of you're not gonna make it, that's the energy ultimately you putting out. That's why I said don't close that door. Be worldwide. You can, bro. You're doing it by yourself. Imagine if you had a team. Imagine what type of numbers
Just imagine, bro. I'm already imagining. Like every day when I go home, I think about it. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna be like this forever.
I
I know for a fact I'm gonna have somebody that's doing this, and I'm going out getting clientele because eventually I'm gonna back away from this and do what I need to do as far as what I'm trying to build with J. Marie Friends, and let it be another LLC. There's more to it.
So it'll be that, but a branch of other businesses within. Yeah, that's what we have going on over here. You know, we have one staple, and then we have a tree of branches where we have other different businesses and stuff like that. That's a dope thing to do, man. That's the best thing that you can do, because then you can also put people in position to win. You can teach your kids this. You know, something ever happens to you, God forbid, you can.
So it's a goal. It's what I want to do. I mean, I'm making a career out of it.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. Like I said, it's a mental thing. It kind of clears my head. I don't. If I get in an argument or something, I go bait.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's like your mental stimulation. That's where you get your release. Like people go to the gym for that. You get into the kitchen.
Exactly. Like I tell because I got this therapist I talk to every week, every Thursday, and she was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I just bake." Like,
you don't have no life aside from your business?
Nah, man, I'm a boring guy, bro. I'm strictly business, man. They'll tell you that. And anybody, my brothers tell you that. Like, if we ain't doing this, ain't nothing to talk. Well, I need to come talk if it ain't making me money. That's just me. Like, you might say I'm corny, but
that's where you at in your life. I don't think it'll always be there. I'm in the same predicament, but it's not even about the money, because I sacrificed the whole year to just grind, bro. I was literally grinding. But I knew I didn't want to stay in that position of grinding, right? Because, once you get money is really not. It's whatever. But then you get into a place where you can do the things that you actually want, and that's where you're gonna get to. You get that money. That money is a tool. You use that for what you want, so you can separate it and put it in different places.
And let me go back on that. Sometimes people think I'm doing Cheesecake for the money, and I tell
you just said you went like 5 years without
It's not even about the money. It's about it's a different type of feel. It's like you being of service. Like you want to. I want to provide a service. If it makes you feel good, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Right.
So if you enjoy eating cheesecake and you getting that wow factor, I want to keep giving you that. I know the money's gonna come eventually, but technically it ain't about the money. I know I'm a servant at heart.
Yeah.
Like if we cool and loyalty is involved, it's the amount of things I can do for you. But once you cross that line, that's it for you.
Yeah, nah, I hear that. Do you get worried? You see where the world's transitioning to? People are getting healthier. Mm-hmm. People are talking about being vegan, and they're coming out with all these different types of food to avoid getting sick later in the future.
Yeah.
Would that? Do you think about that in the future? How that may affect?
Yeah, it could. But if I did, I just recreate the
you
whole
just
format.
Recreate something that'll fit into that. Yeah, because
so I try to tell everybody that wants to know the information on you got to study your business. So there's only 2 months out of the year that I'm actually busy, and that's Thanksgiving and December.
So the next 2 months, I called you at the right time.
Yeah. So
after this, you're done.
Yeah. After the other months, it's more so how can you keep
yourself relevant and
exactly. So that's why I create. I would never like people spending money at their all-time high. I just listened to Breakfast Club, and it was like people spending their money at all-time high.
Yeah.
So to me, to stay relevant, I got to get your attention.
Exactly.
So with your attention, I'm gonna create.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's a fact, man. That's something I can take out of that book, man. The more attention can equate to dollars, man. Mm-hmm. That's why I put stuff out like this, man. Like I literally just started not getting all the attention, but I know eventually within time people will start gravitating, and
I would I'll post. So I do a post for 3 days. I do a post for a week. Then I do a post for a month. So therefore, it creates visibility. And every time when you channel through your phone, you see a feed, and you can boost it. So you do it for 3 days.
Do you pay for ads and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I pay like, well, the way Facebook works, you pay like $200 a month. Well, it's up to you how you want to do it. So I might do $3 a day. That's for 3 days, right? It probably give me 500 to 1,000, but most likely it's gonna get shared more times than I'm boosting it.
What was the most your thing been shared?
Well, right now, the one I just did, it's like 20,000, and that's the Berry Bear. I'm thinking. I just looked. It might be 20,000.
That is insane.
Either 10 or 20, but one of them.
That is insane, bro. You ever thought about doing a YouTube channel and like promoting that way and doing like kind of behind the scenes, a vlog? And
yeah, I did, but man, to get paid off that,
it takes time. I mean, you can monetize. You can monetize anything, even Instagram, bro. I seen like maybe like a week ago, if your reel gets up to 1.7 million, you get $800 or something like that.
Yeah,
like bro, what the hell? Especially with like everything that's happening with Facebook and Meta and stuff like that, bro. There's a whole different world that's being created right in front of us.
Yeah,
you forever gonna be Mr. Cheesecake.
Always, man. Have to.
What else besides that you have going on?
Nah, man. Just working, trying to get new accounts with different cities and local areas, and possibly just keep this streamline going. Just getting the product out. That's what I want the most.
Nice.
Because if I get it, that creates more revenue for me, and I can keep growing. I mean, everything is organically.
Right. So you reaching out. You're doing the footwork.
Sometimes they reach out to me by opportunity and bless that way. Others I see it and I'm like DM like crazy. Like I be like, hey, yo, let me get in Cheesecakes.
Right. Yeah. And
that's just cold calling. It's like sometimes you got to get out your comfort zone and get what you want.
Talk about that, man, because
I'm a shy dude. Like, I don't speak. I'm offish. Like, you think I sit in the front row? No, I'm in the back. I'd rather see what everybody else doing so I know how to move accordingly. I'm an offish guy. Like, I don't say too much, but I had to break out of that if I want to get business done. So I started, if I see somebody and I'm cool with, or I know them, I shoot them a text, or I reach out to them and say, hey, y'all see you on a dessert? Add it on. It's like, I think about it. All right, cool. Come back again and do it again. Text them again.
So you do follow-ups with people.
The first time with the lodge, right? I had like a whole booklet of menus.
The lodge is it's a restaurant / bar, right?
Yeah, the one downtown.
Yeah. Not everybody's from Ocala, so I gotta make sure there's people that's listening. And it's one of the hottest spots here downtown. People hang out every single weekend there. You know, if you want to do something, go downtown, and that's one of those spots there. So you reached out to them, and how did that go?
The first time I reached out, like I didn't even make it in the front door. They was like, nah, we good.
They just closed the door?
Nah, they didn't close the door. I went there, and he was like, the refrigeration, you know, it don't last long. Which at the time I didn't know I could freeze. I froze them one time and it tasted good. So now I'm freezing them now. It's like even better. So whatever recipe I tweaked, it kind of helped it out.
Yeah.
So now, you know, I seen them in Walmart, or I seen them on Facebook or something. I said, hey man, it'd be dope if you put them cheesecakes in there. And then he texts me back. It's like, man, and I got a call. It's like waiting, you know, get a call to go up to the major leagues. All right, cool. I drop it on. They sell like hotcakes, right?
Wow. Do they promote your stuff too, or that's just you promoting it?
If they do, it's no hard foul. I do my promotion. I let everybody know that. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can promote it or not. I'm a reporter regardless. Right. Like I'm gonna get it out there.
Do you ever think about like franchising and stuff like that?
Yeah, one day I will.
Yeah, yeah. Because I see that you're working from home. You could you could whip it up, teach people how to do it, and then it'll just be an extension of your brand, just like any other franchise.
And that franchise fee, create a little partnership and put it in for my kids. So everything has been thought out. It's just the steps has to be connected. So that's why this distribution, streamlining this product has to work one in one. So if I go to Gainesville, I wanted to find a few buildings and a restaurant, moms and pops, to get it out there. And then luckily somebody sees it, they want to franchise it, that's fine. But by then, it's more legwork because I got to create a format. I got to know how to do this, how to do that. Right now, it's muscle memory and how to get the product out.
I want to talk about mindset a little bit. So your mindset is just all work right now, right?
Yeah.
What is your mental health like? Because this can take a toll on you. You know, you said your daughter passed away. You got screwed over in business. Your back was against the wall. Money wasn't always up there for you.
Yeah.
Right. So what was your mindset? How did you come out and prevail on something so detrimental to your life? You know,
beliefs, God, pray, favor, bless. I don't think too much. I look at it as ain't nothing too much can happen to me. If I got through that, I mean, I've been through so much before. Even my daughter passed away. Like, being homeless, been married before, like, been kicked out in the street, living in a hotel, man. It's like so much done happened to me. It's like, what else? So I just keep going. I knew there's a blessing in the madness. So eventually somebody hears my story and keep going. Like, at a young age, bro, in Orlando, it's like staying in a hotel for a week, making only $300 working on Krispy Kreme at Winter Park. Like, who else gonna get it out the mud better than me? Like, I could tell you a whole story, bro. It's just me, man. It's just making decisions and just keep going. It's hard. I think about it. My mental health it ain't the best, but it weighs on me. I drive a lot just to clear my head. It's hard, and eventually it'll get there.
Yeah, nah, man. I believe everybody has an outlet, man. You just got to be able to find that outlet. Yours is, cooking, chefing it up, doing what you got to do. But it comes to a point in life where, like I said before, like you start questioning yourself. Like, is this my purpose? Is this my God-given purpose? Am I just here just to make money? Because most people think that, is it just money? Yours is service. You like creating. You like mentally stimulating yourself and putting out this work. You like being on the field. I feel like you're the type of person that's always going to be on the field.
Yeah.
But eventually you get the right people and things will catapult to exactly where you want to go. And you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't follow waves, and none of that.
I'm my own body. Like, like I said, I got tired of being a third wheel. Growing up, I was a third wheel for everybody. So I was like, I'm just be by myself. Like, I'm lonely that way. I'm a loner.
Yeah. You like that? You like being alone?
Sometimes, man. It's a safe way. I don't trust. Been through many bad relationships. And
so do you believe in no new friends? That slogan, that motto, no new friends?
No, I don't believe in that because more friends will come. It's just, I got to understand what your intentions is.
Yeah.
Humans are, what's the word, fickle? Like,
yeah, fickle.
Everybody wakes up different.
Yeah.
You're never going to lay down the same way you wake up. Like, you're always going to feel different. So now, at my point, now I got a business. I need to know what your intentions is. You could be friends. We cool and everything, but your intentions is. Because
people have an agenda.
Yeah, everybody has one.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody does.
So that's.
However, their agenda can align with yours.
Yeah.
And I've said this plenty of times. Like, the friends and the people that influence you now, that's been around, has led you to where you are. If you want to go to a new level, you have to meet new people.
That's like Reggie, right? So he organized, he clean, he stuff like that. So when I see him doing certain things, I pick up on like, all right, cool, I got to get my stuff together. If I see certain body doing this, logos and stuff, all right, cool, I got to get my stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, my circle's pretty small, bro.
Yeah. We both got to change that, man. Definitely. And I love people who like you who are just getting it out the mud, man. Just trying to figure this whole thing that we call life. Because that's basically what it is. You're trying to figure out. But if you look at things from a broader perspective, like this is why I love traveling. I love being up high because when you look at the world, it looks so small. Things are so small. And that's how I look at like the problems and the trials and tribulations. They there to help you.
Yeah.
If you think otherwise, you're always going to be in the predicament that you're in.
Because I don't think every situation is bad. It's all it is a lesson for what's to come. And I try to take everything out and dissect it and say, all right, this happened. Okay, I need to fix that for the future. I need to fix my attitude. I need to fix how I approach it.
You got attitude problems? You get frustrated fast?
Yeah, like I ain't got time.
Maybe you need a smoke.
People all for it. Bro, listen, I lose patience quick. Like, I ain't got time for it.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere,
Yeah, I agree with that. But treating people a certain way, that's something different too.
Nah, I don't treat people a certain way because I'm an office guy. Like, I always treat people with the utmost respect. Like, you cool, we talk. But when you start doing all that extracurricular activities and you want to talk reckless, all right, bro, you good.
Yeah, I don't even surround myself around people like that. Like everyone in my family, everyone knows. Like you talking to me, like it's I gotta hold you up to a standard because I hold myself up to that standard.
Yeah.
And if we ain't talking about like, you know, if you I'm not the guy to vent to. You come to me like, well I will hear your bullshit, but we're gonna talk about the solutions. And if you're not willing to talk about that, don't call me at all. Type shit. That's always been my mindset because, bro, time is the only thing we have.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna sit here and just kick shit with you when I got a whole thing that I'm trying to do. You know, trying to build and stuff like that. So, bro, I don't want to hold up too much of your time. Like before we head out, what is something that people should know about you? What is something that we didn't cover that people should know about you?
I think we pretty much covered it all. Honestly, yeah.
So where can people find you?
They can find me. You can find a product or find me in Ocala, but you can find a product in Oxford. You can find it at Brown's Market. You can find it at the Lodge, the Jupiter General Store, and Eminence Angelo's Pizza.
Right. Okay.
And Oasis Cafe. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you on it, bro. Like I literally appreciate it, man. On Facebook, Instagram, what is your
J. Marie Brands and Seanry, Chef Boy Seanry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope, bro. So listen, it's been an honor to sit down with you. Like you literally told me these 2 months are your busiest times, and you made time to come here onto the podcast. I'm sure that people can gain some knowledge from this. Your persistence, your perseverance, it's like unmatched, and that's why you continue to win.
Yeah.
Right. So nothing but blessings and everything that you have going on. I know 2022 is gonna be serious for you because you already blowing up, kid.
So my next move is gonna be my best move.
Hey, thank you guys for listening and watching. If you're new around here, subscribe. Every week we invite interesting people and we talk about the finer moments. We talk about their business, their mindset, and everything under the sun. So, peace.